2020 was weird. How much do you really take away from Michigan season? They went 2-4, I believe. Bill Connolly had them 33rd in the country per SP plus. But I mean, sometimes Michigan was playing; they were missing quite a few guys. Sometimes the opponents were missing quite a few guys. What kind of takeaways can you really make from from a 6-game season, Sam?
I think there's some tangible takeaways, but I think that you have to be careful not to, exaggerate the meaning, but I also think that you have to take stock. And I think Michigan did that. So what do I mean by not exaggerating the meaning? You're 2-4, but you're missing Nico Collins, who is your big time, big play receiver when you're breaking in a new quarterback. That's number one. You're missing Jalen Mayfield, who is your top returning lineman on a very young offensive line. That was huge that, you didn't have him. Ambry Thomas, who I think would have played himself into a first or second round draft pick. He didn't play and still goes in the third round. I think he would have locked that secondary in, not just from a playmaking perspective, but a leadership perspective. Then you get into the season, Kwity Paye, who's a first round pick, gets hurt. Aiden Hutchinson, who's likely to be a first round pick this season, gets hurt. So you're missing your best players. That's going to lead to, with all that inexperience, that can very well lead to you having a down season like Michigan had. So don't exaggerate 2-4. But, there are some things that came glaring through. And to me, offensive line, having some of those young guys ready to go, I think, or getting them ready, more ready than they were, being able to connect with those guys. I think that was something that Jim Harbaugh saw as a problem. So he made a change there and moved Sharon Moore over to the offensive line coaching position. I think defensively, the issues that they had is, look, you will never hear me, disparage a guy's coaching acumen. All these coaches will forget more football than I'll ever know. But what you can see last year is that Michigan didn't have the talent to match the scheme that they were trying to play. And if you look at Don Brown when he came in to Michigan, the talent that he inherited in 2016 with Jordan Lewis and Taco Charlton and Chris Wormley, and even a guy like Rashawn Gary, who's a freshman that year, and Devin Bush, who was a freshman. All those guys were inherited guys, Bud, and the recruiting on the defensive side of the ball didn't keep up in the fashion necessary to play the scheme of defense that he wanted to play. So you saw a huge overhaul on that side of the ball as well. So that's where you take stock. Do we need to make some changes coaching staff wise? Do we need to make some changes recruiting staff wise to make sure we not only get back on track, but get to the point where we can get over the hump? And that hump is Ohio State. I think you saw Jim Harbaugh make the kind of changes that could possibly help them do that.